Good morning and welcome to the Take Your Life Back Today show. My name is Ralf Friedrichs. I'm an addiction recovery coach, a life coach, and the host of this show, the Take Your Life Back Today show. I want to talk about facing obstacles in life, and I'm sure each and every one of you have faced some sort of obstacle, some sort of roadblock, someone putting a wedge between you and your goal. Let's talk about problem solving. Creativity is linked to the fundamental qualities of thinking and how we utilize our bank of prior experience, such as flexibility, tolerance, and ambiguity, and the fear of anxiety of the unknown. Do you typically approach a problem from many perspectives or opt for the same solution that worked in the past? Here are some tips or outlooks we can look at to problem solving. Reinforce a positive outlook. Smile. The first thing you should do when you're faced with a difficult problem in life is to start with a positive outlook. Sometimes our first reaction is to fear uncertainty. Number two is to ask questions to understand the problem. I remember many courses in college where my classmates sat in the classroom dumbfounded. I looked to my left and my right, and that's what I saw. We did not understand an important point during the lecture, yet nobody asked a single question. Number three is be open-minded. An old saying goes, if the only tool you have is a hammer, everything becomes a nail. The way you have done things in the past may not always work for all situations. Number four, look down on a problem. Sometimes the problem we are trying to solve isn't the real problem at all. It could be a symptom and not the cause. In order to solve a problem, we may need to take a new look, a new perspective of looking down on it. Number five is define the problem completely. Take a minute or two to actually define the problem. What is the problem, you need to ask yourself. In doing so, identify the problem isn't about the first reaction that you should have. Isolate what the problem is about. When you understand the problem thoroughly, you may already know what tools you need to apply to solve that problem. Number six is take bite-sized chunks out of the problem. Would you eat a whole pizza in one mouthful? Would you eat a cupcake and just shove it in your mouth? Of course not. Probably not. In a similar fashion, some problems are simply too big to chew all at once. A useful technique for solving complex problems is drilling down into the detail and continue each piece in a manageable way. Number seven is to think logically. Some problems, or simple problems, don't often require a planned attack. Remember, Spock, do you remember him on Star Trek? I am a Trekkie and watched a TV show back in the 70s. It changed my perspective. Spock was a logical counterpart to, let's say, Captain Kirk, who had a passion, spit, and intellect to run the Enterprise. But Spock always analyzed and digested each and every problem before making any decisions. Number eight is to find similarities. This is like pattern recognition. I love doing this. When you are faced with a problem, ask yourself whether this problem shares the same characteristics as something else you may have solved before. Often problems mask themselves within the context, but the root issue is about the same. Number nine, folks, is mistakes do happen. Please don't get yourself all ruffled, or don't beat yourself up. Problem solving and making mistakes often go hand in hand. Sometimes in order to find the best solution to a given problem, we have to go through 100 bad solutions first. Thomas Edison was a master of this process. Number 10, keep emotions in check. Emotions or stress can sometimes affect our thinking and our judgment. Do not let these cloud your mind. In most cases, problems that are best dealt with logical, like Spock analogy. Try adopting a rational mindset and let your mind govern your actions. Number 11, focus on the end game. This is like visualizing the solution. Remember, those tracing games someone would give you when you were younger. Do you remember that? You would just trace things, like a maze, for example. Well, problem solving is about getting from one state to another state. This is known as traversing the solution path. Number 12, take notes and record your progress, and the progress will be good. This was not one of my strengths. However, I forced myself to get notebooks and take notes. With a computer today, things are much simpler. Number 13, challenge your assumptions. As you progress, be mindful of the answers you have obtained and assumptions you have made. I tend to jump to conclusions too fast. Slow down. We all make assumptions to try to hasten our progress. Think in a logical way and an open-minded way. Number 14, if you don't find success, start over. Problems and obstacles are not always solved in the first pass, or second, or even the third. Sometimes we need to go to fourth and fifth. This is a lot like college transfer. It's difficult to challenge to address from my vantage point, but it is simple if you just start over at a slower pace. Number 15 is be honest and be realistic. One of the key risks we have problem solving is believing in a solution more than the facts reveal. There are judgments to be made based upon the information you have had on hand, and you are ready to discover what that is. So problem solving has 15 key issues here. Number 1 was to reinforce a positive outlook. Look at everything as if the grass is not always greener on the other side, as if the grass is green in your own yard. Number 2 is to ask questions to understand the problem. Number 3 is to be open-minded. And an old saying goes, if the only tool you have is a hammer, everything becomes a nail. Number 4 is to look down on the problem. Number 5 is to find the problem completely before making any judgments. Number 6 is take bite-sized chunks. If the problem is too huge, do not divulge or do not jump into it all at once. Remember, you don't eat a whole pizza in one shot, do you? You don't eat a whole cupcake and just shove it in your mouth. So bite-sized chunks out of the problem. Number 6 is to be like Spock from Star Trek. Think logical. Number 7 is find similarities. Number 8 is remember mistakes do happen. Don't beat yourself up. Number 10, keep your emotions in check. Number 11, focus on the end game. Think about what the end result will be and focus on that. Number 12 is take notes and record your progress. Number 13 is to challenge your assumptions. And number 14 is if you don't find success, start over. Number 15 is be honest. And folks, be realistic. One of the key risks we have a problem solving is believing the solution is more than what the facts reveal. Problem solving, facing obstacles, can be solved if you just follow one or all of these 15 tips. Folks, I have had people throw obstacles in my way pretty much all my life. I have people put their foot between the door and the frame so it wouldn't close in my life. Doesn't stop me. I have become very good at problem solving. One of the key issues to problem solving is to analyze the problem. Do not freak out. Do not get overly emotional and work with the problem. But more importantly, every problem can be solved with the power of prayer. If you truly want to solve problems, if you want to solve your life, if you want to enjoy the 86,400 seconds that God gives you every day to live, is turn your life over to Jesus. Just ask Jesus to guide and direct you. And thank him for everything that you do have, and stop dwelling on the things you don't have, because if you have something, it's better than nothing. But if you want everything in life, you will end up with nothing. Call me at 844-405-HELP, and together you and I, we can help each other take our lives back, and may God bless you.